Today marks 1 week since Governor Reynolds vetoed an eminent domain bill that 12 senators held up the state budget to force a vote on. And now those 12 senators are trying to find 7 other Republican senators to force a special session to vote to override the governor's veto. Our Zach Fisher caught up with them today. He joins us now from inside the state capitol. Zach?
Andy, the chances are slim, virtually next to none. You're assuming that from the statement from the Senate Majority Leader just last week, and in talking with some of that group of 12 Senate Republicans and conversations they have had, it doesn't look like that it's going to be possible at all. And they're actually hearing from voters in their district, Republican and Democrat that they represent too, that are just frustrated with that veto and asking if it's still going to be possible, and just having to explain that they don't have the numbers. Now, the bill increased insurance requirements on carbon pipelines and limited their use to 25 years. Legislation was aimed at Summit Carbon Solutions. The company is trying to build a nearly 700-mile-long pipeline through Iowa to connect ethanol plants and a storage facility in North Dakota. And the spearhead of that movement in the Iowa Senate says people are extremely upset in that veto.
People are upset. I've heard from county supervisors, Republicans, but just people at large, not just Republicans, received emails and obviously asking for, wanting to see the veto overruled. And House obviously just sent a pretty clear message. You have 70 representatives. That's representing a large portion of the state, just a vast majority. I haven't seen an indication that there's really been much of a change in what would happen in the Senate, and there hasn't. Obviously, the statements from the Majority Leader are that just don't see any interest or don't see that happening.
I want to highlight something that Senator Lawson said there. Don't see any change, meaning he hasn't seen any change in the last week from what the Majority Leader had said a week ago to what conversations they're having today, meaning that a special session most likely will not be taking place, and the group of 12 senators are acknowledging that and recognizing it. They're actually going to be meeting tonight virtually, talking about next steps, maybe some legislation that could be passed next session, and kind of looking ahead to next session. Andy, last week House Republicans were telling me that they're going to spike every bill that the governor introduces just because of this veto of this pipeline legislation. And there's still a lot of important policy that needs to be passed for Iowans, like a property tax fix. So it's setting up to be an extremely interesting session with a lot of infighting, but a lot of important policy that still needs to get to the governor's desk.
A veto that's really created a schism there within, at least within the Republican Party in the State House, certainly within the Senate. 7 votes, that sounds close, but as you've described all along, it's basically kind of an impenetrable wall is what it looks like here. Zach Fisher reporting live from the State House.